If they ask, well, then, get up, go. Probably you overstayed your welcome.
John David White says he lived on the streets of San Francisco for years, but for the last 7 months, he's been staying in his city shelter bed.
Has its ups and downs, but it's a city shelter, so what are you going to do, But for the most part, it's not such a bad deal at all.
A 2019 ruling from the San Francisco-based Ninth Circuit Court said cities cannot enforce criminal restrictions on public camping unless there is shelter space available. Now, Grants Pass, a small city in southern Oregon, is challenging the ruling. On Monday, the U.S. Supreme Court will hear arguments on whether it is unconstitutional for cities to enforce the camping restrictions if they don't have shelter space.
So, we're nervous about it, and but hopeful that this country will recognize that homeless people do have constitutional rights.
Advocates for the unhoused argue fining, arresting, and removing those individuals violates their rights and causes them harm.
They rack up big fees, their credit gets destroyed, and then they're unable to move into housing. So it actually extends periods of homelessness.
The Coalition on Homelessness is actually suing the city of San Francisco over this and other issues. A judge issued an injunction in that case, which is now on pause until the Supreme Court rules on Grants Pass.
A lot of these politicians really, instead of taking responsibility for the issue and finding solutions, they just want to push people from block to block. And that's not okay, and it doesn't work.
Both the city of San Francisco and Governor Newsom want the Supreme Court to reverse the Ninth Circuit's decision. City Attorney David Chu said the city wants to balance its commitment to a compassionate services-first approach while making sure sidewalks and public spaces are safe. The governor says existing law is keeping local governments from making progress.
This is a real issue. The impediments under Grants Pass and the courts have imposed. It's a real issue.
As for White, while he prefers staying in the shelter, he knows others who say shelter life doesn't work for them.
I have no problem with it. They can live wherever they want, and I'm okay with that.
In San Francisco, Alyssa Gord, NBC, Bay Area News.